So, the target of aggression with the Machiavellians and narcissistic men are constantly talking about single mothers while glorifying absent fathers. So, they have to continue to disregard, dismiss, and devalue, single moms because they don't want people to see the dirty background of their skeletons in their closet. So, they have to continue to make single moms the target of aggression. See, I don't feed into those conversations because I know it's a bunch of bullshit. It's if they were such great leaders that was building their community and they were being role models and problem solvers, we wouldn't have all this dysfunction going on with single moms in the community. Because every time I knew when I was growing up, I was around a lot of weak men growing up. As a young woman growing up in a community, I didn't have any strong leaders around me. Okay, I had a lot of men that depended on women to take care of them. And they were programmed to be weak leaders, not problem solvers, not providers. So when I hear this conversation that's going on in 2025, I wonder where all these men were when I was growing up in the 90s. I didn't see these men growing up in the 90s. So when they continuously go at single moms, I understand that that is a weakness that they lack in them, that they're not producing the leader role, not providing, not being the problem solver in the community. They're not interested in doing that. All they're interested in doing is pointing the finger. You, because the only reality is all about them, their selfish needs. Okay? Them being self-absorbed in their selfish ways. Okay? Every man that I came across that was in my life as a sibling or a father, they was all selfish. Everything was about them. Okay? They were Machiavellians, narcissistic men that I see growing up in my neighborhood, around me. I never seen like real strong leaders in my life that I was growing up with. Even now that I come across as my adulthood, I don't really see a lot of strong leaders in my life. I don't see them solving problems and, take up leadership roles. I don't see that. I see it on the internet, but I don't see that in real life, and I still don't see it. So when they continuously try to unleash rage and anger and typical playground bully behavior, I know there's a big weakness going on. They have to cover up their dirty skeletons and continuously to act like they're so polished. But it's all about the ego, having bold actions with fragile egos. Like recently, like I said, bumping into a gentleman and I wasn't really giving him the time of day. I just didn't feel like talking to him because I already knew he was a mental health case walking around. And the moment I acknowledged him, I was being threatened by my life being taken. He was going to slice my throat. He was going to slice my face open, all because I told him he didn't have to hold a door for me and my homegirl. So he was so fragile and weak, such fragile ego with bold actions, offended by everything but ashamed of nothing. Okay, so when they make single moms a target of aggression, that's just another narcissist talking from a weak standing point. He's a Machiavellian, of course. He has to continue to make single mothers a target of aggression. Because, of course, if they have to be called out of them not being leaders and problem solvers and not building up a community, they don't want to be held accountable or responsible for that. So they got to continue to point the finger at you. But when you point the finger at me, you got 4 fingers pointing back at you. Because in the Bible, what does it say? That you are supposed to be the leader. You are the problem solver. You're supposed to build up the community, not destroy it. And that's exactly what I ran into growing up in the 90s as a millennial kid. And I continue to see that now. So when they make single moms a target, no, I'm not a single mom. I'm a super mom. And I help a lot of you young, weak men. I kind of raise a lot of y'all. Let's be clear. Keep coming back. More to be revealed.